Hello, fellow planters. So, every time you buy plants off the internet, they package them in different ways. And I received a package yesterday with a Drosera spatulata that's a nice red variety. What I have is green, and they typically appear online as red. And I noticed an article, I think it was on Wikipedia, how a certain hybrid Drosera is a lot of times sold as a spatulata when it's not a true spatulata, but it's considered a hybrid that's naturally found, I think, in Japan or somewhere. So anyway, I wanted a nice red sundew, not just a green sundew with little reddish tips on it, of dew. So I ordered one, and it was really well packaged. So they made a makeshift box, okay? But what's nice is they put a label on here. So they had the label with what it was. It said quantity 1. They said live spoonleaf sundew Drosera spatulata carnivorous plant. And the seller's name is FuntasticThings, FuntasticThings. So kudos to FuntasticThings for doing a really well job packaging the Drosera. So, removing the label, you have bubble wrap just to hold everything in place. And then it was packaged. What's nice is this box appears like it's slightly makeshift, which I've made my own boxes too by cutting cardboard, and it's a really great way to get a box that's not too big or too small, but just right, in the Goldilocks zone. So it was packaged like this, and he actually had it with a nice long Ziploc bag and sealed with live sphagnum moss. And that is great because I always like getting extra sphagnum moss. I just hate how a lot of times when you get live sphagnum moss, or even when you buy things packaged in sphagnum moss, you don't know if it's Chilean sphagnum moss, New Zealand sphagnum moss, or from somewhere else. Naturally, if you buy the dried stuff, they sometimes will indicate where it is, and then you can revive them, and then you have a live sphagnum moss where you know the origin from. So they had this Ziploc tight, and then they had the Drosera wrapped nicely and taped on top. I had already peeled this off, but it was taped really well. So what's really nice about the packing job is this looks almost like painter's tape, but he had a little humidity dome, and you can see the Drosera in the live sphagnum moss, and it is in excellent condition, and it's a really beautiful example. I'm really happy with the purchase, and it seems like, especially this year, a lot of people, their prices are like way too high, and then they charge shipping, but this was, considering the shipping, it was reasonably priced. Naturally, it would be half the cost if I bought this from the farmer's market, but the farmer's market here sells the greenish-looking so-called spatulata versus a true spatulata. Anyway, I hope you found this video informative. Thanks for watching, and happy planting.